Aries Spears is a moron.
Listen, man, I said I wasn't going to address this because I didn't feel like I really needed to. But I'm going to address it because the warrior-like spirit in me that's an Aries, because that's my zodiac, is fighting it. But I'm going to try to be a gentleman about it as much as I can. Apparently, Vlad decided to do an interview where he's taking shots at me and throwing me under the bus. And let me just say for the record, Vlad, you are a coward, a narcissist, and a hypocrite. Because I didn't even really watch the whole video, because what turned me off immediately was he started out by saying, "We not friends." You said to me in my face on multiple occasions that we are friends. But now all of a sudden, because I asked you for a bump in pay and that pissed you off, we're not friends? So which is it? Tell the truth. And let me give you all a little bit of backstory. So basically I called Vlad and said, look, I feel like I want a little bit of bump in pay because I know my value. You once had Lord Jamar, Godfrey, Tony Yayo, Boozy, and me, all of which many times people said were your best guests. Who's the only one left? Me. Godfrey left, Jamar left, Yayo left, and Boozy left. I'm the last one standing. And when people go, yo, I watched the show because of you, yo, I subscribed to his channel, the moment your interview's over, I unsubscribe. There's value in that. So you're mad at me because I'm recognizing my worth? And I told you I wanted to be fair. I wasn't even saying pay me what you pay Boozy, because I get it. From a numbers business standpoint, I get it. I'm just asking you to be a little bit fair. And now here's the thing. Again, you're a liar, you're a coward, and you're a hypocrite. Because what you do is you want to be seen so badly, instead of just doing what you do best, which is stay behind the camera. 2 times you asked to come to my shows. One, I forget where it was in LA. I think it was Oxnard or Brea or whatever. And then the other one at the Nova Theater. Both times I gave you free tickets. And you said to me both times, yo, shout me out, shout me out. Why is that? Because it's so important for you to have the attention on yourself. And I didn't shout you out because I knew that. That was my moment. That was my time. When I'm on your show, it's both our times. So there's that. Then here's the other thing. You went and talked shit about my podcast partner, Andy Steinberg, who you befriended. Both times you came to my show. Now all of a sudden, you talking shit about him? Make that make sense. And let's get another thing straight. 9 times out of 10, when you want to boost your numbers, who do you always go to? The black community. So whether you are using us to help your platform, and I'll be real, we help each other. And I've said that. I've never disrespected you. I've never talked crazy about you. I just simply said I want my worth. But you use the black community when you need us, and you play the black card when you in some black dussy. And when I say dussy, I don't mean the word dussy. I mean a word that starts with P that rhymes with dussy. Because that's who you are, gadget. And when I say gadget, I'm not talking about the word gadget. I'm talking about a word that starts with F that rhymes with gadget. You understand what I'm saying? You gadget dussy? And I'll do you one better. I'll come on your show one more time for free. You ain't got to pay me shit. And we could talk about it right then and there so we could get the truth. Because there's 3 sides to the truth. Your story, my story, and the truth. So don't be a coward. Bring me back and let's go through it. And I'll take a page out of Cannabis's book, Second Round Knockout against LL. We could get it live in front of the cameras on your own sitcom. I'll let you kick a verse. Fuck it, I'll let you kick them all. I'll even wait for the studio audience to applaud. Now watch me rip the tap from your arm. Stick you for your Vanguard award in front of your mother first, second, and third born. Have me get on the horn, call Minister Farrakhan, so he could persuade me to squash it. I say, now fuck that. He started it. He forgot what a hardcore artist is. You want to talk shit about me? One of the best shit talkers in the game? Bring your ass, nigga. Bring your ass. Have me on. Don't be a coward, dussy. Don't be a coward, gadget. Let's get it on. And because you Russian, I'll do like Drago. If he dies, he dies.
Because Boosie was, having that renegotiation with you, they feel like, they feel like they're not doing anything if they don't try to renegotiate as well.
You could have a renegotiation with me. In fact, when I got home and got in front of my computer, I said, cool, we could have a conversation and maybe we could move things around a little bit. That was my intention. I can't have a negotiation with you when I'm on my fucking phone and I don't have access to any of my analytics, right? Because it's a conversation about analytics. So we could have had that conversation. We had a meeting to have that conversation. But Aries wants to act like a fucking diva and blow off the meeting and then say, at some point I'll talk to you? Motherfucker, at no point will you talk to me. Seriously, at no point will you fucking talk to me. This is a bridge that I'm burning the fuck up. Seriously. We could have had conversations like this. And you know something? I've had other guests have conversations with me like this.
Since then?
No, just in general. People always, when you get an appearance fee, like, yo, we could always talk about it. And sometimes I'll be like, cool, I'm gonna bump you up. Sometimes like, yo, I can't bump you up. Sometimes I'll bump people down. There's people that I paid 10 for, and it's like, yo, I'm not making any money off 10. Like we're breaking even on 10. Let's go down to 5. And people are like, cool, I get it. And things keep moving, right? But at the point where you can't even have a conversation with me, and it's all based off the jealousy of someone else's numbers, I'm cool, man. I am cool. And to Andy Steinberg, who made a little slick comment about, because here's the thing, right? The whole thing about having your own business and reaching a certain level of success is you get to decide who you want to work with. You get to decide how you want to spend time with the type of people that are respectful, they can have regular business conversations with you, and not people like this who are just jealous ass pocket watchers. Because here's the thing, right? There's 2 types of jealous pocket watchers out there. There's the broke ones, right? And we've been there before.
Yeah.
I remember being a broke DJ and looking at like Kid Capri and Jam Master Jay and Diplo, like, damn, they making thousands of dollars doing shows and I'm in a fucked up studio. I can't pay my bills. Like, I'm fucked up. I'm kind of jealous of what they're getting. And it's motivating me to like do something, right? I get that type of jealousy. But then you got motherfuckers like Aries Spears, who's doing better than he ever has, who's making more money than he's ever made in his whole career. And he's still jealous as fuck over Boosie. He's jealous of another man because he's making more money on a platform than him, even though he's making way more money ever. And it clouds his fucking judgment so bad that he wants to crash out. And he doesn't even want to have a conversation. He thinks that these stupid ass comments justify his position. So I said, yo, I'm fucking done. Fuck him. He's not welcome to the platform anymore. I don't give a fuck.
No more makeup?
Yeah, no more makeup. I'm sorry,
man.
Candace. I'm sorry.
Jeez.
She's a sweetheart
Brutal.
too, man. Candace is so great.
What's up, world? Your boy Charles Brown back again, talking facts. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe, hit that notification bell. Keep sending those cash apps to CLBMG. Join that membership, and all you buying that merch down below, gang. Listen, head on down to those affiliate links. Tap in, show your boy some love. Aries Spears is low-key dumb, gang. I'm just going to tell you why. At the end of the day, when I first saw this thing about Boozy wanting $5,000 more than the $25,000 he was getting, he actually wanted $40,000. Vlad came back with $30,000. Boozy came back with $35,000, and Vlad was like, I can't do it, Boozy, based on the numbers. It just ain't going to work out. So Boozy took his show on the road, went to Patreon, and the rest is history because he came out with that creepy-ass clip about it was a RAPE scene in one of his movies, and he went further before he said, quote, before I mess this up, let me explain it, and he made things absolutely worse. He should have left it at that. So basically, he left Vlad TV and made matters worse for himself. He opened up a Patreon account, which in a true hustler's fashion, Boozy's thinking about the numbers, thinking about the money he can make. Just like when he released his own movie, he started immediately trying to sell it instead of put it on YouTube. And I guess for a time it's good because somehow, some way, Boozy's going to make his bread. But he's not going to be making $25,000 off no Patreon. I can 100% promise you that. And I can 100% promise you there's not a lot of people that's going to be checking for Boozy's interview that is sitting on Patreon. And I don't know how much it costs. I think he said $7. But when I saw Boozy say that he was leaving Vlad over money and that it was going to be over $5,000, and then Vlad came back and said that he was giving Boozy $25,000, I said, it's no way that Aries Spears would be this dumb. Gang, I'm just going to be honest. I think we're inward logic. And the first N-word I thought about was Aries Spears. And I said, there's absolutely no way that, first of all, he's not paying Aries Spears $25,000. Let me just say that. Second of all, there's no way that Aries Spears is going to hear this and try to muscle Vlad for more money. I said, there's no way he's going to risk the money he's getting from Vlad. But sure enough, he did the N-word logic, went straight to Vlad, tried to ask for more money after hearing that. That is called negotiating from a position of weakness. He is not in a position of power because he was fine with what Vlad was paying him. So when you hear somebody else is making more money, then you run and try to get more money out of them, but your worth is not there. It's like a quarterback or a running back in NFL or NBA player who hears that someone is the highest paid, this, that, or the third, and now they want to be either the highest paid over him or second highest. You know what you got to do at that point? You got to get your agent on the phone and negotiate. Well, absolutely the wrong way to do it is what Aries Spears did. Aries Spears was already negotiating from a position of weakness, and not only that, he's dumb and doesn't know what he's doing. So his negotiation tactics, before he even hit up Vlad, he should have had his negotiation tactics together. But nope, Aries Spears don't. Aries Spears goes in saying, Vlad, I heard you pay Boozy XYZ, so I want to get paid XYZ. Now, it could have worked had he done it right. Didn't do it right. He texts Vlad on Vlad's day off. Vlad is with his kids. I just watched the video of Vlad being interviewed by academics of all people, and he goes on an hour rant talking about this, that, and the third. Which the hour rant, let's just be honest, was kind of it was grandiose, a little longer than it needed to be, but he's going to get his money from it. All the money that he paid Aries Spears, he probably get 2-3 years worth of money back just off one interview. But Vlad went on an interview with academics, and he started to break down what really happened. And apparently Aries Spears hit him up just willy-nilly out of nowhere randomly because he heard that Vlad said he gives Boozy $25,000. He hits him up, and I was like, it's no way he does it, but he did it because at the end of the day, Aries Spears ain't worth the money that he's already getting. Right? Let's just be honest. His takes are ridiculous. He gets people to watch it, this, that, and the third, and I click some of them and watch them. But I initially said on my other video, I guesstimated what Aries Spears was probably already getting. I said it in my live. I said Aries Spears is getting between $2,500 and $5,000 a interview. I already knew that because, and I was right. According to Vlad, he was only getting $4,000. Okay, so, but I said Aries Spears been there a long time. Aries Spears was at Vlad before Vlad was paying people. I don't know if y'all remember when that whole thing started going. I don't know how many years ago it was, but there was a big debate that sprung up. I don't remember. It was out of nowhere. One random rapper said rappers should be getting paid for these interviews. One random rapper or influencer or maybe even some guy on Twitter. Somebody said, why don't we get paid for these interviews? And people's response, like such as Vlad, was, that's just not the way it works. Journalists don't pay for interviews. And Vlad used to go on tirades on Twitter to not pay. And it was a big deal. People were arguing back and forth, attacking Vlad, coming at all. He said, we need to boycott all these interviewers if they're not going to pay. I don't know if you guys remember that. That might have been around, it was before the pandemic. It was about probably 6, 7, 8 years ago where that whole argument about paying guests came up because everybody used to do Vlad for the bubble. They used to just want to get on there. They started arguing about it, Vlad for tooth and nail. And Aries Spears, if I'm not mistaken, was already going to Vlad for free. Okay? I could be wrong. Vlad could clear that up, but I'm almost certain most of those guests used to go up there for the bubble. So Aries Spears started to, he got there because, let's just be honest, Vlad didn't want to pay it, but I'm almost certain that I think it was Art of Dialogue. I think Art started paying these people to come on his podcast, and he started getting a lot of the good interviews that Vlad wasn't getting no more. And Vlad had an issue with Art for a while too for Art of Dialogue because Art of Dialogue fashioned his program to look like Vlad TV. If we're going to be honest, a lot of time we clicked them videos and we thought they were Vlad. So Vlad was thinking about suing him, this, that, and the third. He's just a young black kid trying to do it. He don't know nothing about this. Vlad went to school for this. Vlad went to college, this, that, and the third. This kid, Art, didn't know nothing, but he started to fashion his videos after DJ Vlad, and copying is the sincerest form of flattery. So that meant that he was a fan of Vlad and he wanted to do what Vlad did. The big names on the big white letters on the screen, just the person's name, and he would get these interviews related to Tupac's. Vlad was doing Tupac way before Art of Dialogue. Let's just be honest. He brought in all them people and got all those answers out of them people before Art of Dialogue came along. Art of Dialogue came back and did it double time. He made it like all I'm doing is Tupac and Biggie for a while, and for a time it was good. Mo Preem and all these people started coming up there. People we didn't even know their story, right? Is it Napoleon? Like a lot of people started going up there. I can't remember everybody, but there was a lot of people. He was finding people that couldn't be found, sitting on the couch, talking about Tupac. So he made it where, oh, you go to Art of Dialogue, we get it back. So let's just go there. Started getting a bunch of Vlad guests, and Vlad had to come to the table and reluctantly, because I remember Vlad didn't want to pay these people, but Vlad started paying. So if I'm not mistaken, Aries Spears came up there and started getting paid, and for a time was good. 2,500 is amazing. See, he said he started bumping Aries up over the years. A performance fee started going up. Aries started to benefit because I'm going to be honest, I wasn't paying attention to Aries Spears before he was on Vlad TV. So right there, that tells you his value to Aries Spears. And this is what guys, the N-words, the N-word logic, they don't get it. That it's like I told Charleston White, I told a lot of people, Vlad platform is set up a certain kind of way for your success to be almost as ingrown. He already has the infrastructure. Boozy don't have that. So Boozy talking about he want 40 grand, this, that, and the third. Sound good? And Boozy logic too was skewed. Boozy logic was like, I ain't been there 7 months, so how am I not worth 35? Like, don't work like that, Boozy. Don't work like that. I just watched the Vlad interview, and this not here to defend Vlad in the slightest, but this is for these N-words that got this N-word logic to understand business. Okay, I've been in business for 15 years. I know this shit ain't easy at all, and you can't overpay. You got to be smart at this. And at the end of the day, your expenses can't exceed what you're paying out, right? And what we're looking at with Boozy and Aries Spears, it's a disparity of pay because Boozy makes a lot more numbers than Aries Spears. But what happened was Vlad started to pay these guys, and he paid them based on their worth. And as they started to separate themselves, who was more and more and more, I got a list here. Vlad put a list out of 10 people that get more views than Aries Spears. But Aries Spears hit up Vlad, right? Vlad was on his day off with his kids at somewhere doing whatever, having some fun, laser tag or this, that, and the third. This guy, Aries Spears, hits him up. Right? Aries Spears is like, yo, I need more money. I need a bigger bag. You paying Boozy. And that's the N-word logic. That's the first mistake right there. You don't hit somebody up talking about, I heard you pay somebody else this, that, and the third. You already lost. Now, if you're going to lead with that, your next statement's got to be legit. You got to say, Vlad, listen, I've been looking at my numbers. I want to talk to you about this, that, and the third. Come at him like a businessman. Don't come at him talking about, yo, somebody in the YouTube comments said that they only tune in to your membership. They subscribe to your memberships when my videos drop. And then when I'm gone, when they watch the video, because the video be 2 hours, 3 hours, whatever it is, then they watch it, then they unsubscribe. So they pay the $5 and then unsubscribe. Vlad is not going to take you serious at that point. Because that's one person saying one comment. It's mad comments. You can't do business negotiations off of YouTube comments, gang. It just don't work like that. That's the second mistake he made. First mistake was hitting Vlad up on his day off, talking about I saw what you paying Boozy. Because Vlad is the one that exposed that he pays Boozy $25,000 because Boozy put it out there that he's not doing Vlad no more over $5,000. People started, of course, going right at Vlad. Vlad, you cheap. Da da da. Boozy number one. Da da da. So Aries Spears' second problem was his negotiation tactic was, I'm the last of the dying Mohicans. I'm the last one left. Everybody that was there is gone. He said, Yayo gone, Jamar is gone, Godfrey's gone, right? He started naming all these people, this, that, and the third. Well, I don't know if Aries Spears only tunes in to Vlad when he's on there, but let's just be honest, Vlad has a plethora of guests from all walks of life. He got these old-ass white mobsters that used to be in the mob. He got these ex-drug dealers, these ex-women and men from all walks of life. They sitting up there on the couch doing this, that, and the third. All these different rappers, young and old. He got people interviewing people when he can't get there. He had the Asian lady interviewing. He had the other guy interviewing. So even when he can't do the interview, somebody doing the interview, different states. So it ain't just Aries Spears and Boozy. Right now, just so happens that Boozy probably are the most profitable one until Tekashi 6ix9ine came along, right? Boozy was the most profitable ones. And I guarantee you, he ain't paying no Tekashi 6ix9ine no $2,500, right? But Aries Spears started at $2,500 and went up to $4,000 because he became more profitable over time. But at the end of the day, he wasn't worth 25,000. Now, inward logic gonna be like this. Oh snap, he paying Boozy? Yo, I've been here just as long as Boozy. I deserve something like that. Right? And Aries Spears tried to tell people, I didn't even know this, that Aries Spears was like, I get 10 figures. I mean, he said I get 5 figures when I'm up there. So 5 figures mean 10,000 or better. Vlad was like, no, he doesn't get 10,000 a show, he gets 4. But Aries Spears is probably saying, I go up there once a month. So think about this, once a month, quick math, right? What's that? If you're getting 4,000 a month, that's $48,000 a year. If my math is mathing, right? So end of the day, around something of that date, I don't know, he said he got a makeup. See, Vlad got kind of vindictive in his video because he said Aries Spears has a makeup art. He demands a makeup artist every time he comes, which we didn't know. But Vlad is tight in his interview. I'm just going to be honest. Vlad's so mad, he burned all the bridges. He all set with Aries Spears over a text. Because he asked Aries Spears, okay, I'm home. I got my paperwork out. I got my numbers out. Can we talk? And Aries Spears was like, at some point. Aries Spears hit him with the boom, bye, right? So he took that very, very personal, and he's blowing up the whole shit with Aries Spears. Now, Aries Spears don't understand. You probably would have got your raise had you returned that text and said, let's talk. Or you could have said, I got you. Let me put my son down, whatever. It's an hour. Aries Spears was still in his feelings. Because he didn't get the Aries Spears like this. Inward logic is thinking, soon as I hit you up, you need to come to the table and tell me yes. Because he told Vlad in the text that, nah, I'm not going for that. If you can't, because Vlad basically said in the text, the numbers ain't numbering up. What you get is what you actually worth at this point in time. And Aries Spears took it like, nah, you ain't trying to pay me. He said, if I don't get a raise, then we done here. So Vlad was like, let me go home and sit down with the books, this, that, and the third. This is what Aries Spears understand. Most business people going to look at business numbers. The good ones, they're not just going to carte blanche give you more just because you ask it, because you heard that Boozy getting more. This is what Aries Spears has no, I don't know if he can't have an agent. He can't, because somebody else should have dealt with this. Because you're going into a negotiation over thousands of dollars. Even if he bumped you up $1,000, right? That's another $12,000 a year. So he has to consider that. He said Aries Spears videos get demonetized. So that soon as that video get demonetized, that's a nightmare to a YouTuber. He said his videos get demonetized all the time. Okay, because he's cursing for whatever, this, that, and the third. So what I'm saying is, it appears that Aries Spears has zero analytics, zero knowledge of what he actually is worth, according to Vlad, because you're not worth nothing by yourself. Aries Spears podcast doing my numbers. He's Aries Spears. I don't know how many people, how many subscribers he got, but he got way more than me. Right? And his podcast don't do my numbers. So he's like, you only worth something when you're here on my thing. Yes, you do shows, you get people to come out to venues, but I don't get, according to Vlad is like, I don't get no money from that. I'm helping you build your career. Over the years, you went from 300 people seaters to 3,000 people seaters as you progressed and did my show more and more and more. And I'm paying you $4,000 to be there. It started out at 2,500. So I said, I know that Aries Spears ain't getting nowhere near. I knew it wasn't, because when he first said, Boozy makes considerably more than me, I thought he was going to keep it smooth and him and Vlad was going to work it out. He said, Boozy makes considerably more than me. But I said, okay, you got to understand why, first of all, right? And you got to understand that if you were happy, because he has videos saying he was happy with what he was getting from Vlad. He said he only lived 10 minutes away from the studio. So imagine this, gang. Just imagine this. Imagine this. You live 10 minutes away. Once a month, you're getting a guaranteed $4,000, right? Not like he's some super fucking star. This guy is a random ass comedian that just works. If he's not working, he's not making no money. So he's touring all the time, trying to get shows here and there. He's not like this all in demand ass actor and shit. So you're 10 minutes away from the LA studio. He hits you up. You guys set a date, and you know for a fact on that date, I'm going to get $4,000. I think Vlad pays them guys up front when they get there. So you can pay your rent, all kind of shit. You're getting $4,000 guaranteed dollars to sit there and talk shit. And most of his takes are dumb as fuck, and he don't know what he's talking about. Half the stuff he don't even know. He's talking about rappers. He only knows about a couple rappers from the 90s, gang. Anything in the 2000s, he barely can give a conversation about it. I think the other day he didn't know who was it. He didn't know. I don't remember who it was. Some the Clips. He didn't know who the Clips was. Gang, I can't make this shit up. He didn't know who the Clips were. So end of the day, his takes ain't worth that much as is. Then he want to go and negotiate based on the random YouTube comments. Then he's saying he's the last of the Mohicans. Oh, all these guys are gone. So by that metric, you want to get paid. This guy has a lot of people. He has a lot of actors, a lot of people in the culture come on that show. So Vlad TV ain't going nowhere. So end of the day, that's not a good negotiation tactic. Vlad named 10 people that make more views than him. TK Kirkland, DL Hughley, Faison Love, Academics, Whack 100, Tony Yayo, who came back today, as a matter of fact. Freeway Ricky Ross, Gilbert Arenas, Michael Franzini, and Tekashi 69. That's 10 people that make more views that's still there. Most of them are still there. That's not even counting Lord Jamar and all the other. It's a lot of people that still come there. Okay? So I don't know what his negotiation, he didn't have none. It's inward logic where you feel like you could just hit a dude up. Yo, if you don't pay me more, I'm stepping. Stepping to what? Your podcast do trash numbers. You don't have nobody else that pays you the money on it. This is what I was saying about him and Boozy. They both fumbled the bag because Boozy could have still did everything. This is what niggas don't understand. Boozy could have went, did a podcast, and did his own Patreon. He could have did all that and still got the $25K from Vlad. Now, let's see how long it is before Boozy's back on that couch with that drum set behind him talking about what up, Vlad, it's been a while. Let's see, because Boozy may be slow, but he ain't dumb, right? When it come to money, right? Boozy gonna be like, yo, I missed that $25,000 that Vlad was giving me every time I got there. As soon as I got there, the nigga had a money order for me, $25,000. This Patreon, I'm gonna tell you right now, he ain't gonna get nowhere near no $25,000 on no Patreon. That is a 100% fact. 100% fact, because you know how many people need to pay $7 for him to get $25,000 from Patreon. You know how many people? Let's put it like this: a lot of people need to pay $7. Okay, so I don't think it's that much interest in a Boozy video, just like Breakfast Club on Netflix. I don't know how many people gonna go spend money on that. Let's just be honest. Okay, so what we're seeing is guys that could have done what they're doing and still went and got this money from Vlad. Vlad is a part-time job. Okay, you don't quit a part-time job over a raise. It's a part-time job. You can do it when you want. You can come, keep them cool, keep them chilling, come in, get a little bag and step out. All this all or nothing shit, this is ego. Right? And I get it. I'm telling you, like, again, I'm not here to defend Vlad. Vlad is full on all ego too. So these guys are all ego. But the thing is, all of us that's watching this video and the guy talking on this video, we all work for a living in some form of fashion and we do things for money. So you got to understand how to keep that money coming in. And when it's not necessary to quit, you don't quit. So Aries Spears fumbled this bag, and I say again, Boozy fumbled this bag. Boozy has a million ways to get money, but at the same time, Vlad is easy money. Vlad almost a lick right now. You sit down for 2 hours and talk about dumb shit and get thousands. This is two dudes that fumbled the bag. Michael Jai White still go and get his bag. It is what it is. It's guaranteed rent money, gang. It don't make no sense. Let me read this article. DJ Vlad and Aries Spears go back and forth online amid pay dispute by Alexander Cole for HotNewHipHop.com. DJ Vlad is currently dealing with Boozy's attempts to make more money for interviews, and now Aries Spears is jumping on the bandwagon. Vlad has been in the news as of late thanks to a pay dispute with the likes of Boozy. Boozy claims he wasn't being paid enough to appear on Vlad TV. Of course, DJ Vlad feels otherwise, especially when you break down the numbers from his YouTube and the way the splits work. You got to think, Vlad said he had to do a house tour. I don't even know what that is. He was doing a house tour with Boozy to make up the other $5K that he was giving Boozy to make the $25,000. Gang, you got to understand, for you to say you're worth more, it got to be somebody else willing to offer you more. That's how negotiations work. If I say my worth is this and there's nobody else trying to pay me that, then your worth ain't shit. Your worth is what the guy trying to pay you. Okay? That's how a free market works. That's what Boozy didn't understand, and that's what this guy, Aries Spears, don't understand. Your worth ain't shit when you doing all the other podcasts for free, my guy. It's crazy to go to the guy. He ain't whipping you, he ain't beating you, he ain't punching you in the stomach, he ain't burning you, he's giving you what you were happy with. Boozy been going to Vlad about 7 years, so apparently he was happy with that. Probably more. I think Aries been going damn near 10 years. So it's like, you guys were happy with this. And he already said he was going to raise Boozy I believe it was $5,000 more. So you were going to get $30K just to keep sitting there, Boozy. This is what people don't understand. He was going to get another $30K just to sit there. And this guy, if Aries Spears would have kept his cool, he would have gave him at least another grand, maybe 15. So let's say Aries Spears keeps his cool. Now you're getting $5K just to go up there and get these goofy ass uninformed opinions. Okay, Aries Spears will burn your head. It'll burn your head off. You sit there watch this nigga long enough. You be like, I can't even get through the video. So at the end of the day, these guys were stealing money at the end of the day because they were valuable, but they couldn't get the money nowhere else. I don't know how many people. Cheese will sit down. Cheese might pay Boozy. I don't see Cheese paying Aries Spears too much other than to talk shit about Vlad. I don't see it. So Aries Spears' worth, I don't know if he can go all these other places and make the money he was making with Vlad. I told you 10 other people that's still coming to Vlad doing better than Aries. But let me finish the article. Let me finish the article. Especially when you break down his numbers from the YouTube and the way the splits work. This all led to widespread discourse about paying for interviews and whether or not artists should even be paid at all for such appearances. This has also led to some issues for Vlad when it comes to some of his other high-profile business relationships. Aries Spears is now looking for more money. During the interview with academics, Vlad steadfast with his response to Spears' requests. While Spears does have great chemistry with Vlad, the YouTube media mogul noted that Boozy's videos still perform a lot more. Spears subsequently responded to Vlad in the only way he knows how. He dropped a scathing response in which he noted that Vlad is someone who uses black culture for his own personal financial gain. And then he went on to say that Vlad should invite him on for at least one last interview. Okay, so right there, you're trying to get more money. Okay, if he's someone using black culture, then you can't. This is what bothers me about people, gang. They get mad at Vlad over money or something else, then they go to the black card, and then a few months later they go back up there. You can't pull the black card, then go back to the so-called oppressor, gang. It don't work like that. So end of the day, you lose credibility when you pull that black card because you've been going up there for damn near a decade. And Vlad did the same thing. Vlad got in his feelings, started talking about, he gets makeup. He asked my producer to run to the store, get him a towel. He started airing all his business. His show was this, that, and third. And the guy that works with him doesn't shows. He's a terrible comedian. So everybody wants to. This is what I don't. I don't like when people do this because you can't chill with me for a decade, and then when we have one falling out, now you're airing me out for wearing makeup and all this shit. That's what I'm talking about. I don't like that shit. I don't like it, right? When Mobb Deep fell out and Havoc started saying Prodigy is gay and all this shit, like they started, whatever he was talking about Prodigy, he started calling him this, that, and the third, right? They would say this one snitched, that one did that. So I don't like that shit. You can't rock with a dude for years, then call him a snitch and a rat and gay and all this other shit. Don't work like that. And that's what they both doing. They throwing sticks and stones, but he talking about one last interview. What you gonna say in an interview that you ain't saying right now? All you want to do is charge Vlad, get up there and schmooze the shit over and try to keep your job. That's all you're going to do. You don't need no last interview if he's this bad of a person. Let me continue. Ultimately, this is an interesting situation that could have major ramifications for Vlad and his channel. At the end of the day, his interviews are relying on personalities. Vlad gets the best out of his guests, but the fans still want to see people like Boozy and Aries Spears give their takes on the day's events. If these guys stop coming around, then Vlad will need to find new recurring guests to fulfill their spot. Spears and Vlad beef could very well be all for show. No, it's not. Because Vlad called him too many names in that interview he just did. He burnt that bridge gone. Vlad said, I'm not ever doing no business. Because Vlad is hurt. You could tell Vlad's hurt because he showed a screenshot of the text. And he said, after that text, F Aries Spears, we're done forever. I'm not rocking with him no more. Now, we know people make up this, that, and third. But basically, he was saying Aries Spears going to have to come in there and answer for the other stuff that he said back. So that interview ain't going to be nothing but two dudes going at each other real nasty. I don't know. Is that even worth looking at, or is that even worth putting on your spirit? Vlad got more guests, gang. I don't know if this article says it or if Aries understands it, but Vlad ain't going nowhere. This guy does too much stuff culturally, good, bad, or indifferent. Too many ex-drug dealers gonna run up there. Too many people that's in the business. Too many influencers. Too many rappers. Too many actors. It's too many people gonna go up there. Right? He told Witherspoon, my guy, what's his guy? John Witherspoon told, I believe that's his name, from Friday, Boondocks, this, that, and the third. Before he passed, he did his whole story, and we were grateful for that because nobody had did it. He's going to get another one. He's going to get Lunel. He's going to get DL. So It's not going nowhere. Like, we need to start pretending that Vlad is going somewhere. The hood watches all that shit because he's tapped in. It is what it is. Right, wrong, or indifferent. Everybody want to hit him with the snitch. He's a rat. He's a po-po. He's fucking a fed. He's the fucking devil. All this shit. And in 2 months, there will be an interview that somebody gonna click on that used to hate the nigga just to see the interview. Right? A lot of you dudes ran back and watched Lord Jamar after you said you was all set with him and Lord Jamar. So end of the day, the thing ain't going nowhere. It ain't going nowhere. Aries Spears, this is what I say. If he was all that bad, you shouldn't have been up there in the first place. End of story. All right, so I'm gonna leave it at that, man. It says there's a chance they would just all work out. I doubt it, cause I don't know if y'all know Vlad. Vlad low key, he don't forget shit. He's mad petty. He don't forget. He don't forgive very easily. And the only reason he does forgive if he gonna get a bag out of it. He gonna get some content out of that. This dude is he's forever. He's forever petty. He said he's gonna start copyright striking every single TikToker that used one of them Aries Spears. This is how mad he is with Aries Spears. He's going to start striking every channel that has that content up. That's going to take a year, gang, because there's so much of them clips. But I guarantee you, he'll hire 2 people just to sit there and copyright strike every single Aries Spears video they see. So if you one of these people that uploaded an Aries Spears video, I guarantee you in the next month or 2, you will be receiving a copyright strike. All right, one of them Vlad TV thing, and we know he's gonna do it because he sued Joyner Lucas for putting up a clip of his because when he fell out with Joyner Lucas, which I don't like when you start coming at people because you got a problem with him now. It is what it is, but he uses his content to settle his beefs, and that's what I'm saying. He doesn't forget, so it's gonna be good luck trying to make this work, man. Listen, I'm out of here, man. Head on over to black-yeti.com. Let them know who sent you. They ship all over the continental U.S. And every Wednesday night, we go live on the West Show, 9:15, 9:30. Me, TJ, and Fliz tap in on all eight of my social media platforms. One of those got it rocking on. And I got the Patreon. Lachlan Charles Brown Patreon is over there. I just put a video up last night. I believe it's about these weird-ass Drake predictions, the numbers they think he's going to do, 600K. All right, lock in. And sometimes I'll do a video that's exclusive Patreon, and I'll open it up for free. So just be a free member, and you can catch those free videos too. All right, last but not least, new video alert. Peanut Butter Tim's, me, TJ, and Fliz off the Web Project. Lock in, watch that video, get in the comments, share it. Let me know what you think. All right, I'm out of here. I'm going to catch you on the flip side. Peace.
Look, mission impossible to drop a few lines without dropping old times when Southern Hill was still a gold mine. When pistol grips was my shit and I sold mine. When Alias was not a show and they told mine. Elevate your mind with high quality THC infused products. BlackYeti.com. Black-Yeti.com.
CLB.
Get my coat, get my sheepskin, grab my wallet, get my pocket knife, and get that hat right there. We out. Grab my pocket knife too. Let's go. When I first came to the city, niggas didn't believe me. I just wanted to join a team and throw assist pass easily. 6 man off the bench, alley-oop pass freely. Suit up for one game and hope a scout might see me. But nah, niggas is greedy, wasn't rocking with him. Unplugged the scoreboard and put a lock on the gym. Told me to power forward, point guard at the rim. And left me with no center and a ball full of phlegm. Not knowing that I'm a dog, a Rottweiler within. With the heart of a pit bull that don't bark for pretend. My bites cut deep, break the bone and the skin. With the level of hustlenomics you do not comprehend. So first I took a block down on the west side end, and then secured a spot with some goons and some kin. And then sent out some flyers, let the games begin. And in 6 months time, the city like that's him. Oh yeah, he the one that moved the hustle to the burbs. And yeah, he the one that knocked the hustlers off the curb. And yeah, he the one that set up shop without a word. And he the one that got it cracking. And all he did was rapping by the Hooters. I kept killers from being shooters. Put a mic in a thug's hand, now he loyal like past fans. Take a man off the streets past the needles and crack cans. Promise mama to keep him safe and put some food in his face, and he'll kill for you. But I don't need him for that. Click like, click share, tell them bitches we back. Share the whole location, tell them niggas where we at. Cause we out here and we ain't the cheese, we the trap.